Hi, it's John. It's the 7th of July and it's been quite a good year for soft fruit. I've been picking raspberries for about 2 weeks now. These raspberries I've planted along the front of our house because I think sunlight is important for raspberries. I was going to put a sign up, pick some raspberries, for people walking by. It was a sort of encouraging universal benevolence. But people are very reluctant to pick any. Just some friends who come, they might pick one as they get out the car. But this is my main job today, is picking gooseberries. And they're just about ripe now. They're lovely. It's a thing that I've grown later into. And these are really sweet ones. What I've got a glove on the left hand, and my open hand on the right hand to pick. And the birds, I think the birds have had quite a lot of them, but there's still some left, so I'm going to gather them. Well, here's a nice bowl full of gooseberries. And the redder they are, the riper they are. And I think even though I've picked them, I think they will still ripen up a bit more. Now I remember as a kid, we used to have a gooseberry bush at the bottom of our garden, but they were never quite as sweet as these. We used to pick them a lot and get your arms scratched. You always get your arms scratched, and of course I didn't have gloves. And you get that feeling of being prickled by something very sharp all the time. And then when we get them in, Mum would probably be turning them into a pie, where you could put some sugar on them to sweeten them up a bit. And of course the first thing you would have to do would be to top and tail them. Just do it with your fingers, and then they would go in the pie. They're nice. That was nice and soft, reasonably sweet. I have known sweeter though, but you see my face didn't wince, so they're not sour. But I didn't really used to enjoy gooseberries as a kid. I think when you're a kid you like sweet things. Strawberries were nice because they were sweet and soft. But now, gooseberries, I think it's probably because they're a bit rare. You don't easily find them in a shop. I'm really taken by them, and I think I'm going to plant up some of my allotment space with gooseberries. So I'm quite chuffed. I don't mind the birds getting most of them, but it's nice to have a few yourself. With the raspberries, they seem to eat a lot to start with, and then they don't eat so many, so that's good. And I wonder what they did years ago with birds, because there must be more birds about, because there was lots more wild areas. But I think they used to employ like little lads as bird scarers. I've seen that in Thomas Hardy, and of course they would get bored as anything. And sometimes they would leave their post from scaring the birds, and the birds would come and eat the crops. But you could put an old grandmother out there, couldn't you, or something like that? Somebody who couldn't, an old grandfather out there with a like a football rattle. That's what they were originally for, was for scaring birds. And perhaps he could pass the time of day scaring birds out in the fields. But a lot of my soft fruit, the birds just eat them all. And I don't really want to put a net out, because you can get the birds trapped in the net and then you feel bad. The blackbirds. The blackbirds especially like fruit. And down the allotment, even the wood pigeons are eating the black currants. So anyway, I don't mind. Right, I'm gonna let these get nice and ripe, and then on Sunday I've got guests coming round, so I'm going to put them out so people can take them, raw, not cooked, just a little bit of a novelty, because that's what you need at a meal, you know, when you've got guests. Something which is a bit novel. Okay, bye for now.